You're staying home so that as few people as possible can be there in this dire situation. That was, personally for me, haunting. So we went inside Boyer Pavilion, which is Temple's coronavirus hospital. It used to be mostly outpatient. It was not what I expected in there. Visually, it was stunning. I mean, you walk into the lobby, and at first it looks like a normal, airy lobby, but there's a whole part partitioned off. And all of a sudden, the flaps got pulled back on this makeshift door into this area, and it's like you're in a field hospital in a war. I mean, there's people all around you that have tested positive for COVID-19, and this is the floor where people are doing the best. They're conscious, they're breathing on their own, but they look very sick. They're just coughing and sleeping and trying to eat. So it was very 0 to 60. All of a sudden we were in the thick of it. As we went upstairs into the intensive care units, we were all really struck by how quiet it was. Usually there's more of a bustle, there's talking among staff, there's visitors, there's, the TV shows playing Dr. Phil. It was almost eerie in how quiet it was. There was a lot of pride, I would say, in how they've managed to turn, this facility into a hospital for COVID-19 patients. I mean, they just had to MacGyver so much stuff to make it work. Like the doctor's offices that they turned into patient rooms, they're using stretchers because normal hospital beds won't fit through the doors. There's no nurse call button, so they all get flip phones, and the number to that flip phone is right outside the door. So I would say there was a lot of focus, a lot of pride, and there's also, a lot of concern. There are challenges. There is only so much PPE to go around, and they're doing as much as they can to ration it. Whenever there's a nurse inside one of the rooms, there's a nurse outside, so that if the nurse in there needs something, she doesn't have to leave. The other nurse can hand it through to her. A lot of the vitals that control the fluids and the medications have been snaked, those wires underneath the doors, and are now outside the room so that they don't have to go in to make adjustments. I think there's a lot of fear, but I think people are doing the best they can. Some people at Temple are staying in one of the repurposed student dorms so that they don't have to worry about going home to contaminate their families, which I'm sure is a really difficult decision. I hope that our readers come away with a sense of what it's really like inside these hospitals where COVID-19 patients are being treated, and how hard our medical workers are working, how they're having to do things they've never done before. These are things that would have never happened, would never be done if not for a pandemic. So I hope it provides a window for our readers into a space that they might not otherwise see. This is why you're staying home.